chain. Makes me happy. 104, not so much. Keeping an eye on that's my engine temperature, which is about 180 is about normal. It usually runs 178, but it's 104 and I'm only going 40. That's normal until I come to a red light. It'll go up to 200. If I sit there long enough, it'll get up to 220, and that's when the cooling fan kicks on. And we're liquid cooled, so it's not a big deal. I don't like it. I don't like it getting that hot, but it's normal. See if these guys wave. They did, all three of them. Wow, good for you guys. They don't cruiser fucking riders in California. They don't wave. They're too cool for sport bikers. I've noticed out here, most guys will wave, if like all of them, unless for some reason they don't see you. But yeah, pretty much everybody waves out here, which is cool. We're all out here doing the same shit. Oh, except motor cops, motorcycle cops. I've only passed one or two here. I waved at them both because I wave at all motorcycles. Anything on two wheels and a motor. You're on a fucking scooter, I'll wave at you. They look at me all weird like, do I know that guy? Because they don't know the motorcycle etiquette. They just ride a scooter. But, you know, they're out doing the same shit I'm doing, risking their lives because people are assholes and they don't give a shit. But anyway, so motor cops out here, like one or two that I saw, I waved at them both. Neither of them waved back. I'm sure they saw me. But in California, they usually don't either. Like in the Bay Area, nope. But in Temecula, motorcycle cops will wave at other motorcycles. Like, even, I wouldn't expect a motorcycle cop to wave at a sport bike rider, because typically sport bike riders are young and fucking doing wheelies and shit, fucking speeding around, splitting lanes at a fucking 110. You know, trying to get that attention, which is what gives sport bikers like me, who are responsible, only fucking ride wheelies every once in a while, like every other red light, give us a bad name, make us all look bad, because it gives us a reputation. Anyway, so in Temecula, I have motor cops wave at me first. Like, that's unheard of. Like, they don't. I've never seen that anywhere, any city other than Temecula. Anyway, whatever. That's enough about the wave. I don't remember if I told you, but my older brother Jeff, he got his first bike. It was a gift from his girlfriend at the time for his 40th birthday. Come on, Pandora, do my music. I mean, it was a gift for him. I guess she paid it down or whatever. I don't know how much she paid for it, but I'm pretty sure he paid, you know, he paid it off. Anyway, that's besides the point. She buys him this fucking Harley Davidson, brand new Harley Davidson. Nice looking bike. It's a Softail Slim. Probably don't know what that is. I don't either. I do now, but I didn't at the time. I don't know my cruisers. So she buys him this bike, and she told me she was going to buy him this bike before she did, and I'm like, she wanted my opinion, like, what do you think, he'll like this one or that one or whatever? What do you think? And I'm like, Heather, I don't think it's a good fucking idea to buy Jeff a motorcycle. California's getting bad as far as, you know, drivers. Ever since this became a thing in everybody's fucking hand, it's gotten bad. And besides the congestion, I tried talking her out of it, but there was no talking her out of it. And even before this came up, before Heather was talking about getting him a bike for his 40th birthday, he told me that, you know, he's been wanting a bike, but he won't get one because all of his friends want a motorcycle, and they get a motorcycle, and then they fucking die on the motorcycle. So that's what Jeff told me. And I take that into account when she's talking to me about getting him a motorcycle. I'm like, Heather, no, that's not, I mean, I've been doing this shit my whole life. I've been riding, what? Hello? I'm on my way to the store. Yes, and I'm going like 60, so you probably can't hear any wind, but the wind, no, yeah, I've got my mic tucked away pretty good, but I hear the wind, which makes it hard to hear you. Okay, sorry. I love you. Bye. You interrupted my video, babe. I know, my fault. If I can't hear you because you're in your car, now I can't hear you because I'm on my bike. I'm sorry. I gotta go to the store. I gotta get some shit. I need to get food. Anyway, I guess I'll finish my story. So where was I? I'm trying to talk her out of it. She's not going to talk her out of it. I'm trying to talk her out of it. I'm not going to be able to talk her out of it. What did I say? What the fuck? So I'm not going to be able to talk her out of it. She's like, okay, she gets on a fucking motorcycle. And I'm like, okay, you know what? No, what I was saying, yeah, I've been doing this for my whole life. Since bicycles and fucking dirt bikes since I was very young, and I was always on my bicycle, always. And then one day I pulled out my dad had a little 50cc Honda trail bike in a shed, and I pulled it out, and I'm like, there's no way this thing's gonna fucking run. I was like, I don't know, I have no idea, honestly, 10 maybe. And my next door neighbor was he like built cars, so he knew cars. He wasn't a mechanic like professionally, but he knew cars and how, you know, carburetors worked, obviously, and that's what you're dealing with on a fucking old ass little mini bike. But this thing fucking wouldn't start. It's kickstart, obviously, And we're kicking it and kicking it and kicking it, it won't start. So he sprays some fucking carburetor cleaner into the carburetor, and it fucking fires right up. I'm like, what? He made some little adjustments, some little valve adjustments or whatever. And I'm like, it's awesome. So I start riding that fucking thing around. No helmet, just around, you know, the neighborhood illegally. I never got caught. Just, I mean, what are they gonna do? Tell me to take it home? I'm a kid. But anyway, so I had that. And then, you know, I had friends with dirt bikes. So I rode dirt bikes as a kid, which, you know, if you've never ridden a dirt bike, you shouldn't be on a street bike, because number one, you got a clutch, front brake, rear brake, your shifter. It takes. I just want to make sure I didn't put it in gear. Doesn't matter, but whatever. If you're not familiar with all of your controls, look how shiny and clean that chain is, and look how dirty and disgusting the rest of the bike is, because I don't clean it much anymore. Anyway, and I've been riding a street bike for 18 years. So I know shit. I know what to look out for. I know how to be safe. I know how to split lanes and be safe about it. I know what to look for. I know what to expect. So I sat down and I wrote out for my brother this page and a half of like little tips, and I called it Motorcycling 101. So I gave him all the tips, things to look out for. Like, you're invisible. You have to have the mentality that nobody sees you. If you're traveling down this road and there's a cross street right here and there's a car waiting to turn onto that road, you have to expect that car to pull out in front of you. You have to expect it. You have to be ready to stop. You have to plan an escape. If you can't stop, you better fucking have a path out of there to go either behind that car, in front of that car, or lay your shit down in a fucking on the shoulder. But so anyway, so I explained to him all of that. And the very last thing, the wave. I said, you're on a cruiser, there's a guy on a sport bike, I guarantee you 99% of the time a sport bike guy is going to wave at the cruiser, and 78% of the time, just a random number, the cruiser guy is not going to wave back, because they're assholes. But whatever, you know, that's on them. So I told him, do me a favor, just wave to the fucking sport bike guy. Just wave. We're all out here doing the same thing, taking the same risks, getting pissed off at the same fucking assholes. Anyway, that's that. I'm gonna go grab I have to get a charging cable for my GoPro. I love you. Bye-bye.